after shit. Party in Kelly. So that I'm dancing, but I take pussy when it's time. My balance. And I catch my whole niggas just fast. Yo, so long, my mama. Hey, tell my man gon' be like half. Hey, you just not talking cause you extra out. Hey, we outside, baby.
Yo, what's up? This is On the Scene with Carissa Des, and I am here with my very special guest,
Wayne Gray. What up?
Hey.
Thank you, Wayne.
And we are at the Thesis. We actually aren't at the pre-function today. We're at the Thesis on the Portland Spirit Yacht. So we're chilling on a yacht.
Thesis on a boat.
Hey.
Oh, baby. Can we go just vibe out to this last?
And there are apparently like 169 people here today.
Yeah, I'm glad I showed up. I'm glad I pulled up to this.
Yeah, same. I was like, I wasn't even gonna ask because I was like, normally I do pre-function interviews, but I was like, I gotta get on that boat kind of last minute.
Yeah, because even if it wasn't lit, I've never been on the Spirit before.
Exactly,
That was a cheap ticket for the Spirit. So.
Yeah. Have you been on a yacht before?
No, I've never been on a yacht.
Oh, yeah,
The only
same.
kind of boat I've been on is like a fishing boat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, like one of those big ones, or?
Nah, like a tiny one. Like
Okay.
6 seats on it.
Are you going to be performing tonight, or just
Nah, not tonight.
just supporting?
Not tonight. Yeah,
Okay.
I'm just here watching a lot of fucking dope artists.
Yeah, there's a lot of dope artists tonight. Carmen Rivera, Lambo Lawson, a lot of Rich. Who else?
Also,
Yeah, a lot of good. Oh, Casso, I just interviewed him the other
Oh,
day.
you did?
Actually, yeah,
yeah.
at Shake Bar.
Yeah,
So
I've been a fan for a while. He's fire. He's fire.
Yeah. What motivates you? Like, what's your inspiration to make music? I guess what was it when you first started, and then what is it now?
I should have started. I started too late because I like love music and I love.
It's never too late.
Exactly. Right. But I could have started sooner.
Same.
But I've always been around like the scene.
Yeah.
But I never like had the confidence really to like get in the booth and really try something. But
Yeah.
I always knew I had. A natural.
You knew you were a star, always, kind of a
Not
thing.
always. Not
Okay.
always. Not until I got on the stage. I was like, all right, I can do this.
And then you're like, oh shit, this is what I'm supposed to be doing, kind of
I
a
got
thing.
star power. I got
Okay,
star power.
you do. I've seen it. I've
Yeah.
seen it in real time. So that was like the first time that you realized that you wanted to like be on stage and perform. When did you realize that you wanted to be a musician? Like, how did that start?
So music has like always been kind of something for me to like rely on, just listening to. And, like,
Sure.
'cause
Yeah.
Growing up, it wasn't very great,
Mm-hmm.
so that was like an outlet. Always.
Definitely.
And I was always around it and writing lyrics, but
Yeah.
never actually spitting them. So
Right.
it's like an outlet. It's like
Definitely is for me too. What kind of music did you listen to growing up where it was like the type of music that was
I
like
grew
an
up with a
outlet?
single mama. But
Shout out.
shout out. So a lot of like R&B, like I don't know, Salt and Pepper.
Salt and Pepper, yes,
Salt and
I love
Pepper,
that.
just a
I
lot of
hardly ever
Soul
hear that
Train type
one.
of shit. Just-
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's where you get your inspiration for music too, or
I
do
would
you think
say
that's
so. My inspiration for music, it's I
or
don't
music
know.
inspiration, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like so. I like with my thing with music is when I hear it, I either connect with it or I don't.
Okay.
And then if I do, then I will like go deep into the artist, and if I like the artist, then I like that's how I like listen to music. More of like so on the artist, I guess. But
Yeah.
so I didn't grow up with a dad, so I feel like growing up I kind of like took like characteristics or like lessons and shit that I would watch like interviews.
Yeah.
I would watch like Young Thug interviews, and he would just be seeing some real shit, and I'm like, yeah, I want to be about that.
Yeah.
Or I
Real
would watch
shit.
like an ASAP Rocky interview, and then I'd
I
be
love
like, yeah,
him.
I want to be about that.
Yeah.
Like, so I didn't have like that male like role model type. So I feel like I kind of like flipped that instead of it being a negative type of thing. I was like, now I get to choose what's going to influence me instead of like some male being forced like.
Yeah, you know what? I like that you said that because I feel like you don't have, I don't sense any toxic masculinity from you.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of guys growing up, it's just kind of ingrained in them. But growing up with a single mom, you probably didn't like really get
a single
of
mom
that, I guess.
and like 6 aunts. So,
6 kids,
yeah.
holy shit. Okay.
And my grandma, and that was all the strong women, women. That's what I'm about.
I love that. Who would you say that you get inspiration from stylistically? Stylistically, is that right? I don't know. Because I think the first thing that I ever said to you was, "Oh, I love your pearl," or like you had like pearl necklace on, and I had one on too. So I was like, that was like something to bond to.
To make it like my thing.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I started off with them, so I might as well keep it going. And I got like this one piece. It's like just this ridiculous, like goes down like to here with pearls. I can't wait to wear it, but it's gonna be
I can't
fun.
wait to see it.
Yeah.
Honestly, like I keep getting I keep seeing ads for pearls on my Instagram, and I really want I can't remember the name of the brand, but they're so cute. But it's like $500 for a pearl necklace.
But the one time you could wear it is gonna be dope as shit.
Yeah. Eventually, I'll get there. That's next time I level up, I'm getting one of those for sure.
But stylistic, style-wise,
maybe a little from ASAP. Like you were kind of talking about him a little
ASAP,
bit.
Yeah. Definitely his style. Not like his music though.
Okay.
Because obviously he makes like rap, like he's a rapper.
Yeah, I think he makes a little bit of R&B, but more so just rap.
But when he does, it's like very rare, and like that was an R&B song.
Yeah.
Like I hate to say it, but like Lil Mosey, like Lil Tecca, like those, like just like the I don't know, like
more like all
like it's like tropically, like R&B, like vibes.
I never would have guessed tropical, but now that you say it, I'm like, okay, I see that.
It's all got that like weird vibe, like
Yeah, the weird for me, the weirder the better.
Yeah. That's what. Yeah, I like that too. I've been experimenting too a lot with different genres. Because I also I'm pretty good at like bedroom pop. Like,
I love bedroom pop.
Yeah,
oh my god, I love it.
That all
okay.
Indie type.
You have to send me some of those tracks. I don't think I've heard that kind of stuff from you before. So
it's more like deeper. So I don't want to release that.
Oh, you haven't released it yet?
Yeah,
okay.
Exactly.
Well, I don't know. Like a lot of people are afraid to completely like open up, but I think that's how you get more people to connect to you because people see who you really are. And I kind of like have thought about that a lot lately because there's for a little bit I was trying to be like very like news person, like trying to be more like professional.
Right.
But really, it's like people like it when I'm just my weirdo self.
Right.
So
especially with you, it's like that vibe. Like I would probably get the vibe that like, man, she's really just following a list of questions. Like, well, this is weird as shit for me.
No, I didn't do that, but I was like, I'm going to be a professional reporter type thing, and it just wasn't. But I don't know, like I just like artists. I mean, it is like an art form, really, but trying to find my style still. You know, like what works for me. How can I connect with other people?
Yeah, because you got to get good at like. Yeah, it's an art form.
Yeah, and with anything else, like creatively, like it's there's evolution to it.
Yeah.
Speaking of that, how do you feel like you've evolved as an artist over the years?
My confidence.
Okay.
My confidence for sure.
You got more and more confidence once you've like performed more, kind of a thing.
Like performing, but also just like going out to events like this. Like I would never go to an event like this like a year ago.
Yeah.
Like this is crazy. I would have just been intimidated by the lineup. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a pretty good one for sure.
Yeah. I popped out.
What's that?
I popped out.
Hell yeah. To change the kind of direction a little bit, do you believe in aliens?
I do believe in aliens.
What
Way before the government said they were real.
I believe in them less now.
I was an OG.
Yeah, I believe in them a little less now after the government came out. I'm like, what are they trying to hide? Like, why are they distracting us?
For real, yeah. What is coming?
Exactly. It's like, what are they preparing us
Look
for?
over here.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't know. I feel like people are falling for shit less. Maybe it's just my friends. Maybe like people in the Midwest are still falling from shit. I can't talk because it's hard to hear. Falling for shit that the government tells them. You know, for me, I'm like always skeptical. So, but what would you do if you encountered an alien? You were just like going for a walk and you were in the woods and just an alien walks up.
Damn.
It's funny.
It depends on what does it look like?
Like one of the alien gray aliens. Yeah, like kind of humanoid.
I don't know.
Black eyes.
I might just start running. I might not be staying around. If it looks too scary, I'm not gonna talk. But if it looks like, like not super
What if it's
scary,
cute? Like a cute little guy.
I'd be like,
he's like
hey.
little.
I would always be on the defense. I'd be ready for
Of course.
something.
It could be one of those things where
I'm
it's
gonna
like
try and be
cute,
his
but he's
friend.
gonna shoot you anyway.
Exactly. Yeah. They could
It's funny.
know what we think is cute, come down as something
Yeah.
cute.
Sure. I just think that if aliens were gonna fuck with us, they would have done it already,
Yeah.
and maybe they already are.
And if they do want to win, like, and beat our ass, like, they're gonna beat our ass.
Yeah. Well, I feel like things are kind of weird right now, so maybe they are kind of winning right now. Who knows? Who knows? But yeah, I don't know. I think anything's possible. And I think that if it's possible that we live on a floating rock in space, like anything is possible. And just thinking like that honestly helps me as an entertainer, as a creative, to think like, if we're we're literally in space on a rock, like doing all this shit, like I can literally do anything right now. And like our government kind of sucks in certain ways, but we still are able to like basically do whatever we want.
And I feel like that's what like all of us artists are able to connect on.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we all know that anything is possible. And
exactly.
But also like everything matters and nothing doesn't at the same time. You know what I mean? Like we all understand that, I feel like.
Yeah. Well, I think the general public, people who aren't working on making it as a big artist, they're just going about their normal day. But then artists are like, they have like this, it's not even delusion, but I personally think that you need a little delusion to like get to where you need to be if you're trying to go up there. But
like what is like religion? I mean, like, that's all like something you're gotta believe in to make it easier. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
say like maybe, one of my parents would think like, oh, you're crazy for thinking you can do this, or that you can like make it in this field. Why don't you go and be like a teller at a store, like bank teller or something
Why
like
don't
that.
you go to school for 4 years?
No, I don't want to be miserable. That doesn't work for me. It works for some people, but for me, I'm just, I can't. I don't want to be miserable.
People who it does work for, like, they know that too, like right away. Like, I want to go to school. Like, I want to go to school.
I can do a 9 to 5 job and come home to my family, watch TV. That's fine.
Fence and 2 kids and a dog. Like, that works for some people.
Yeah, but then you have entertainers, and we just want to entertain.
Exactly.
So anyway, I'll let you get back to the party. Your friends are waiting to chill with you.
Yes.
There's about to be some music coming up. They're just waiting. They're like, okay, are you done yet?
Hurry up, Wayne.
Can we have our friend back? Jeez. So, what do you have coming up in the near future that you want to tell your fans and your future fans?
Honestly, I think I'm gonna stop doing shows.
Okay.
I'm gonna stay inside a little bit. I'm gonna work on my social media game. I want to do like more videos, more like skits and this shit, like to get out there more. Yeah,
I think that's a good idea, and I think a lot of other local artists have been kind of thinking that too, because a lot of the artists I know in Portland do shows like a couple a week, and it takes a lot of energy.
Yeah, it's gotta be like a rarity, like, you know what I mean? Because I'm getting to a point at this point. It's like I'm doing all these shows, and it's like, all right. You don't
want to be stuck. You don't want to be stuck there. You want to level up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I get
level up, and I feel like that's what's gonna level me up is social media.
Definitely.
I gotta break through these walls.
The algorithm is tough. It's no joke. It's no joke.
Someone's algorithm, because we ain't on nobody's algorithm right now.
Yeah, I think they just changed the algorithm recently. I'm trying to figure it out. So I'm like, do I post at 11 a.m.? That's not working anymore. One last question. What do you think social media and like, how do you think music is going to change with like new technology in like 10 years? Things are just changing so quickly with technology. What do you think it's going to look like?
Something just came out, like a Drake or like a Weeknd song that was made by AI is like, I don't know, it's blowing up or something, but it was made by AI.
Yeah.
So that already is like, it's... That right there,
and they made it?
It's literally, wait, what?
They created it though? Or?
The AI created it for Drake.
But he made them make it for them.
Some big ass name, but.
Okay.
Yeah, but even that, or like, just AI, like it's crazy. Whoever keeps making the technology so crazy that it could do an artist's job. like without the artist.
Yeah.
Like that's like graphic designers. Like graphic designers hate AI, bro. Like
I just think that it leaves more room for doing other things, though. I personally think that it's dangerous, but at the same time, you can use it for your advantage, but not just completely rely on it.
Yeah, I read
That's
another thing. It was like you could tell AI to like you give it like 2 hours worth of video, and it can make like 100 mini clips for you.
That's what I heard. Like very quickly
like
too.
Imagine that.
Yeah.
Just 100 little TikToks you can post every day because that's all you need is just something to post every day. It's like,
and those things take a while for me to do, so I might need to buy that program.
It takes me days to make one that I'm like, all right, this better go viral.
Yeah, honestly, sometimes I'll sit there for like 8 hours, like trying to get it perfect because I'm like kind of perfectionist sometimes about some things.
And then by the end, you just fucking hate it.
Or I post it and there's like 50 people see it. I'm like, I thought this was gonna be big, but you never know.
This one didn't work.
Yeah. Technology is wild. We'll see. I'm excited to see what it's going to be like.
Yeah.
Hopefully, we're still here and not in war over water or
with
something
the
crazy.
aliens.
Yeah, hopefully the aliens, when they come, they're chill and like music.
Yeah, when they get tired of our shit, they're like bored of us. They'll just be like, all right.
Like, okay, we listen to your music, now we're done.
Yeah. You guys,
okay, one last question, actually. If you could show the aliens one song that would kind of like make them be, or what's it called? Like come in peace, rather than wanting to fight with us. What song would that be?
Any song in the world, not just one of mine?
Could be one of yours.
I would have to say I don't even know.
It's a tough one. I haven't even thought of that yet. Honestly, maybe a Beatles song.
Waka Flocka.
Oh, okay. Girl, the way you do it got me in a trance.
That is also
a good
the one song I would do if I was ever in like a karaoke situation.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for talking with me. I've been trying to do an interview with you for like a year now, so glad to finally be here. And it's really good talking to you. I see you around everywhere, and I'll see you tonight. We'll be chilling tonight. So this has been On the Scene with Carissa Des and my special guest,
Wayne Gray.
Go give him a follow. What's your socials?
My social, Instagram, Wayne Gray _, and then TikTok, Wayne Gray with 2 Y's at the end.
Go give him a follow. We are here at the Thesis on a yacht, baby. Let's go.
On a boat.
Hey.
We're on a boat.
Yo, what's up? This is On the Scene with Carissa Des. We're here at the Thesis Yacht Party, and I'm here with my special guest, Izzy Baba Mello. Woo!
What's good, guys? My name is Easy Baba Mello in the house.
Hey, Izzy Baba Mello in the house. I can't believe I haven't interviewed you yet. Like, we've been homies for a while, and you keep ducking and dodging my microphone. So glad that you're finally here. You just performed some amazing music, and it was some new stuff, wasn't it? Like some new stuff.
Yeah, that's my new single, Something Huge.
What's the name of it?
Something Huge.
Oh, that's right, Something Huge. Okay. And wasn't that with somebody? You had somebody else on the track with you too, right?
Yeah, my little brother. It's my little brother.
What's your little brother?
Jachi.
And is that actually your little brother?
Yeah, that's my little brother.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's your twin? See, a lot of times, like, the new thing is saying, like, your homie's your twin, like, your bestie, your twin.
Yeah.
So people say that, and I'm like, oh, you guys have the same dad, like, you guys are brothers, so it's very confusing. I'm from
this is actually my blood brother.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay. I honestly, can't see very well. I'm supposed to be wearing contacts. And also I've been looking at these lights. So when I came over here, I saw him and I'm like, let's go do an interview. And then he was like, what? And I was like, oh.
My G.
So, and then I was like, oh, like at first sight, I thought he was you. And then I was like, yeah, you should come too. You should go interview too.
Oh, yeah.
Then I remembered that you were wearing the white suit. And I was like, okay, that can't be easy. But yeah. How long have you been making music for?
I don't think there's time or
you don't even
limits
know?
to. I feel like music is just like something that you have to just like. You have to breathe music. You have to live with that. It's like it's a non-stop thing. You have to keep creating. If you stop, it was the spirit, the energy will die. But if you keep going, the fire will keep burning, you know.
I can hear you now.
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. So how long have you been playing music for?
About 7 years.
7 years?
Yeah.
Okay. And what does it mean to you to live and breathe music?
Huh?
What does it mean to you to live and breathe music?
Wake up and bake.
Wake and bake?
Wake and bake.
Baking is music now. You know, that's gonna, we started it. We started that. Wake and bake, it doesn't mean getting high now. It means waking and cooking up the music, you know?
Yeah.
Like late night cook-ups, but wake and bake. I like that. That was a thing when I was a teenager. Is all my friends were like, "Yeah, we wake and bake. We wake up and get high in the morning." That's not what it is anymore, though. Got it wrong now. All right. So, what else do you got going on musically? You put out, what are your next shows? I know that you put together shows.
I'm currently working on my album. It's dropping next year, January next year. So
Next year, okay.
yeah. I'm trying to, make it ready for the
Are
fans.
you gonna put it down? Put it out all.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it out January 1st.
Are you putting it all out at once, or are you
All
like?
platforms.
But are you putting out like one single at a time?
No,
or?
at one time. Yeah.
Okay, I feel like the new trend is to put like one single out at a time. What do you see as the benefit in putting it all out at the same time?
Because it's your single versus a body of work. You want to put out a body of work so people can actually enjoy you as an artist.
Right.
Compared to one single. That's.
Yeah.
I feel like for me personally, like people are fucking with me because I put out projects, I put out body of work. They know my songs. They know at least if you don't know any of my songs, you know one. So that's a part of a body of work.
And I feel like you kind of have to have a following already to put out a whole album, and you're there already. So, but for people who have never put out music before and they're putting out their music for the first time, it doesn't really make sense to put out a whole album. But since you're more well known and you have a bigger following, I think it makes a little bit more sense to do it.
I feel like as an upcoming artist, you should start with a funny video, skits.
That too,
to build momentum. Then you drop your single and build your fan base up of that single first before you drop a whole project. That's a lot of that's a lot of work for just like for your fan base on your Instagram only.
Right.
Yeah.
And I actually last night it's okay. Last night, actually, I found this artist who I really love. He started off as a model, and he just started making music. He's put out a lot of other songs, but he's only put out one song on Spotify. He's a newer artist, just started making music, but his one song is amazing. So, and that one is running up. He's got like 60K views on it, which is a good start, But I thought that was kind of smart because a lot of newer artists put out a ton of music, and it's like, if people aren't listening to your music, why do you keep putting it out, So I thought that was kind of smart, and I never really seen that before. So yeah. So I think when you're first starting, like I know a lot of times newer artists are like, oh, I need to put as many songs out as possible. I need to perform as many songs as possible. But I think that there's some benefit to being inside for a while, and so you can build that online fan base. You know what I mean? Not me. I'm not trying to figure it out. I'm not gonna. I mean, I actually am trying to be an artist eventually, but. That's not even what I'm talking about. I'm just talking about I just want to know what your way of doing things are, I guess. You know what I mean? Like when you first became an artist, like
my team had to come up with a calendar for me that had to follow.
Okay.
They had to give me like rules, my weekly tasks, which is like making 2 videos a week. 2 reels a week. Every week, 2 reels. Get on live. I'm trying to get on live. Every 3 days I go on live. To engage my fans. Even if it's 10 people, I don't care.
But and you actually listen though, right?
Oh yeah, you have to.
Okay.
It's for your own good.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to get other people to listen. So the fact that you actually like so you have you have management yourself, yeah, and that you actually listen. I think it's cool, and I honestly think like anything in the creative field and in general, there's like a lot of trial and error, right? Like you see what works for you, because maybe the same thing that worked for you isn't going to work for the next artist, right?
Maybe it will.
There is like a formula, but I think sometimes
It's not a formula, it's a process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
The artist has to follow the process. If they don't, they can never make it.
Yeah, I think
they can never. I'm being serious. They can never make it. If you don't follow the process, you can never make it.
yeah.
You know, which is like listening to your manager first. That's the first thing. You know, like.
Yes,
because...
I'm talking to you. Yeah, maybe a lot of people don't realize this, but you are. Zeno! Maybe. Oh, God. Okay, so maybe a lot of people don't understand or know. Sorry, maybe a lot of people don't know that you're an artist manager too. I feel like that's something that a lot of people don't know. But you're just talking about it.
Yeah, I can talk about it.
I can't talk about it.
You can too. Yeah, you can.
Okay.
But let your work show for it.
What?
Let your work show for it.
Yeah. Well,
I like to let my work show for it. I don't like to talk about it.
Well, that's
I
what
don't
we're
want to
doing
talk about how many
though.
hours I put in the studio for someone. You know, they don't want to. They don't get it. They don't
So
get it.
that's why you haven't interviewed with me yet, because you want to let the work speak. So, okay. Well, then let's talk about something else other than your work. It's your music.
So for you, as a podcaster and as a manager, how has that been working out for you?
I was what?
How has that been working out for you?
He's trying to interview me now. It's been great. I enjoy it, and I feel like it's hard to make it in the in the entertainment industry. But I think if it's something that you love, you should continue going for it. I haven't been doing it for very long in the scheme of things, and I think that for me, I've been successful because I've been interviewing artists who I've been listening to for a long time. I'm actually like making a little bit of a living from it, and I get to travel, so it's been good. I mean, it could always be better, and we're always trying to improve. We're always evolving. I don't call you. What? Okay, I'll call you tomorrow. Okay, so what is your favorite artist of all time?
Of all time.
Of all time.
He's in jail. He's in jail.
Who is it?
R. Kelly. R. Kelly.
R. Kelly. No, I actually love R. Kelly's music, but I stopped listening to his music for a long time because of what he did. Unspeakable things.
Well, it's not about him, it's about his music. So.
But I just found out that his royalties go to the victims. That's what I heard. Look into it. Okay, well, I started listening to his music again, but maybe I'll look into it a little bit more.
That's crazy.
Is it true?
I don't know.
I hope it's true. Because I want to listen to Remix to Ignition.
There are contracts that bind his songs, his music. There are labels that bind him on that contract. You can't do that.
We'll see. I'll look into it and let you guys know.
Yeah, you can't do that.
Okay. Do you believe in aliens? Do you believe in aliens?
Wait, what?
Do you believe in aliens?
No. It's not real. Reality is human beings.
It's what?
Humans.
You think that out of all those planets and universes, we're the only living, intelligent...
Whatever planet it is, it's still going to be humans.
So you don't believe in evolution?
It will happen when it happens. We're all going to die. No one knows. No one is about to find out. So.
You don't believe in aliens? Well, if humans lived on another planet, they're still aliens.
There can be a different species of humans on a different planet. Maybe they are called aliens.
If humans
but the one alien came from who? A human being.
Yeah.
A human being.
Okay, so what if a human from another planet came and visited the U.S.? What is one album that you would play for them to get them to like music from this world?
All my music.
Your music?
Yeah, I don't. It's not about. It's unlimited vibes for a reason. You know?
Okay.
Yeah. No bad song.
Limited vibes, baby. All right. Okay, one last question. If you were trapped on this yacht for a year, with nobody else except for one other artist, living or dead, who would it be? Living or dead? If you were trapped on this yacht for 1 year by yourself.
Drake.
Drake? Okay. Honestly, like every song he makes is a hit.
I'll make 6 albums.
Every song he makes is a hit, so you know that whatever song you made with him would be a hit. So, all right, well, I'm gonna release you so you can go hang out with your homies and your brother.
We need to talk though.
We are talking. This has been On the Scene with Carissa Des and my special guest.
Easy, Baba Mela.
Thank you so much, Izzy. What is your social media? Can you shout those out for fans and
my
future
social
fans?
media is IZZYBABA Baba Melo MELO.
And is
That's
that how
my
they can find you on streaming platforms as well?
Easy Baba Melo everywhere.
Okay. Go give them a follow.
All
Go
day,
listen
everywhere.
to his music. Afrobeats, baby. I
Afrobeats
just want
to
to
the
say
word.
that Afrobeats is kind of a newer genre for me, honestly, and for the Portland area.
Yeah.
And I think that out of all the different genres, Afrobeats is getting a lot of funding right now because it's so big. So, shout out to Afrobeats and all the
And
Afrobeats
shout out to
artists.
Carissa Des for being good at what she does. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you guys.
All right, much love. Yo, what's up? This is On the Scene with Carissa Des, and I'm here with my very special guest.
My name is D. Willie.
And we are here at the Thesis on
Yo,
a boat,
shout
on a
out!
yacht.
Like,
yeah.
I've been kind of like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little broke right now. But me and
A lot of us are.
my fiance were talking. We're just like, we have to come to the
You have
Thesis
to-
on a
if you're gonna-
yacht.
Yeah, if you're gonna go to any Thesis, this is the one to go to. So, yeah, definitely.
Shout out to Alana.
Shout out to Alana.
She was just on here, but
So this is what, like our 5th interview now together. We're gonna get you a coat that says five times with On the Scene
Thank
or
you.
something like that.
and hopefully to many more as well.
Yeah. I don't know what we're gonna give you when it's been 10, but it'll be something good. Hopefully by that time we'll be able to afford like a car for you.
That
or
would be
something.
nice. Yeah, that would be pretty
that's the
sweet. I
goal.
have like a little smart car, so like
Okay.
to upgrade from that to like a
a
special.
2023 smart car, maybe.
Yes.
Okay. That's the goal. All right,
Yeah.
I'll manifest that.
Okay, yeah, but
Yeah.
I needed to have your show like decaled on the side.
Sure. Yeah, that's the only thing. That's the
Yeah.
only caveat.
Yeah.
Let's see. So I was just talking about manifesting. If you can manifest to get anything, what would you manifest?
What would I manifest?
Anything.
I mean, I feel like a lot of opportunities already kind of fall into my lap when it comes
Okay.
to like meeting people that are
Sure.
incredibly talented or finding opportunities for performing. But I'd say that the main thing that I want to like manifest is just more opportunities to be able to put both myself, but also to provide a platform for people to perform and do local stuff. Like, this is incredible. Like the opportunities that Verbs and Max Smith are giving people to come and do like incredible things like this is
Yeah.
crazy, and it's very inspirational. I'd like to do stuff like this.
Same,
And
yeah.
I've been a little bit on hiatus with bars lately, and the good news is shout out to Not Straighter as well, if you've heard of him.
Shout out.
I plan on kind of like reopening up bars again in the fall and
Okay.
trying to put on some more showcases soon.
Yeah.
I have music coming out, which is nice. I don't know. The thing that I want to manifest is just good opportunities, not just for
Sure.
me, but for everybody.
Okay, I
Yeah.
love that. So you said that you have some projects coming out. Are there newer ones that I haven't heard of yet?
Absolutely. I don't know. My friend Tia Mari. She goes by
That's familiar.
T9, but she recently changed to Tia Mari.
Yeah, I know who that is. Yeah.
If you go to A Revolution Cypher Saturdays that happens once a month at Page Street, you'll always see Tia there.
Go check it out.
I met Tia there. We freestyle a bit, but we tend to sing and harmonize with each other. So
Okay.
in a little over 2 weeks, on September 23rd, we're coming out with an EP called GoldenEye.
Oh, wow.
And
nice.
it's just a 2-song project. And
Yeah.
it's us kind of like harmonizing, singing together. We call it Neo Soul.
Neo Soul, okay. I've been hearing that a lot lately, and I'm like, what is Neo Soul? New Soul, right?
Yeah.
New Soul?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
it's
awesome.
a lot of like we have one song on there called GoldenEye, which is we both sing the hook and then we kind of rap our verses, and then we have a pure R&B track for like our second song that is our secret weapon. Like we have like the main single GoldenEye, and then we have our secret weapon, which is the B-side.
It's always that love making music is always a secret weapon, honestly.
It's tough to say love making music because of the
That's just what
topics we talk about.
Okay.
But I think it's definitely a project that I think a lot of people will connect to based on the theme.
I like to say that R&B is the emo of hip hop.
For sure, absolutely. Like a lot of the stuff we're talking about is kind of sad, but like sometimes I feel like R&B kind of brings out this part of you where even sad stuff can feel very beautiful.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I've been really into R&B lately and I've been going back to like the late 90s R&B that I once listened to before. I don't know if it's making a comeback in general or if it's just me who's got more into it, but I'm definitely seeing more R&B. It could be like one of those things where when you're like looking for it, you see more of it, but I feel like it's becoming a little bit more popular lately.
I love the term coming back.
Yeah.
Like, I love the idea that, like,
yeah.
music nowadays is kind of referencing older music and trying to bring those vibes back.
Yeah.
Like a lot of people joke, like, disco sucks or whatever, but, like, there's a lot of artists that are bringing disco vibes back, like Bruno Mars, Anderson .Paak as well.
Yeah.
I mean, when I was in college, I listened to a lot of, like, the Whispers and, like, a lot of, like, groovy kind of disco soul stuff, and I'd like to believe that we're bringing that back.
Yeah, I definitely feel that in your music, for sure. Like that groovy disco soul. And I think there's definitely a time and place for disco, for sure.
Yeah.
Like, there's definitely a place in music for disco. And fuck the people who say, like, like disco or like jazz or like rap, like old rap music. Like that's dead, but it's never dead. Like, you can always bring it back, and it's always evolving too. And it's funny how like newer generation, like the next generations are like, oh wow, we love this new music, and I'm like, no, that's the exact same song I heard growing up, but it's just remade.
You know what's crazy is that when I first started rapping back in like 2007, 2006, there's a lot of people that are, I feel like a lot of old hip hop heads are always like, oh, I wish stuff was like the 90s, boom bap and stuff. But weirdly enough, I feel like the stuff that's the most popular is stuff that's either coming way before that or even after that. Like, I consider myself like a boom bap person. Like, I'm from the East Coast, so like a lot of New York style stuff influences me. But I find that a lot of creativity stems from a lot of stuff that originated on the West Coast as well. Like, disco, blah, 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 blah. Like, I don't know. I love boom bap, but like I like it when people are a little bit more creative than just like mimicking stuff that they've heard before.
Yeah. I was at a 50 Cent show last night, and I really loved how he kind of he mixed a lot of the West Coast vibes with the East Coast vibes, like sounds, and he also like added some new R&B songs to his roster. So I really appreciate him, and he's an older dude too. He's like older than my parents, and he's still evolving.
Yeah.
So that's what I think sets him apart. It's so loud. Sorry, I can barely even talk, but I think that's what sets him apart as an artist, is that he's not afraid to evolve, even though he's not like stuck in his ways.
Well, that's what you have to do as an artist. I'm sorry that we're screaming at you right now, but Alana's killing it right now. that's what I feel is part of being an artist, is you can't just stick to the same thing that you keep doing. You got to find ways to evolve both your own mental state when it comes to approaching music and also your craft and how you execute it. You know, like I feel like if you stay in the niche that you're known for, you won't evolve. You won't, like, I don't know, like it's sort of like whenever people say like, oh, I want to be the next Eminem. It's like, I don't think Eminem ever thought that he wanted to be the next anybody else except for himself.
Yeah, he's
you
like,
know?
Yeah, he seems like he's always been just like doing his own thing and paving his own path.
Yeah, and that. If I have to say advice right now, I'd have to say like you should just do what you want to do and try to exemplify yourself more than anybody else can.
Yes, be yourself.
You know?
Yeah, and you know what's funny? Speaking of Eminem, is like a lot of artists, black and white artists, say that Eminem is their favorite. And I'm like, really? Like, for him to like break those barriers and like it doesn't matter what color his skin is, and like for everybody to, like a lot of people to say like he's my favorite.
It's because Eminem is just like
he's
so
different.
like you can't match his level of what, because Eminem is just so much his own person, in which I think that's why a lot of people want to be him, because he's just so unique and stand out.
Yeah.
I don't necessarily think like he's my biggest inspiration, but I can totally see like he's made his own footprint. Like he has a very clear footprint on how he's made music, and I think that's why he's so influential both to white and black artists and everybody else.
Yeah. And I think it's funny how people want to be like him and they try to be like emulate his style, but really if they wanted to be like him, they would be more unique and be themselves. So it's kind of funny how that works.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, I think a lot of times what sets apart like the very, very amateur local artists and like the more people like Alana and Shane who kind of stand out is that I think a lot of people try to initially just try copying their favorite music and going.
yeah.
And I think that's a good stepping stone for practicing. But like, if you really want to come into your own with music, you got to just do you. You got to just do what you can bring to the table. You got to make it so whenever you feature on a song, it's you featuring on that song and not anybody else.
And I think that's true in any as a creative in general, is like you just be yourself and stick out, not just music, but just as a creative in general. I think that's what sets you apart, is just being yourself.
Absolutely,
like, being yourself. So I feel like people can relate to that more, and people can tell when you're just trying to be like somebody else, I think too. So yeah.
I think it's okay to pay like homage to people, you know, like use lyrics that inspired you, copy or like, you know, emulate styles that you enjoy. But I think it's important to remember that when you're writing music, you have a special ability in which you can write things that only can pertain to you. And you should make sure you showcase that to people.
Right. Yeah, I agree for sure. All right, well, to change pace a little bit, to change the subject a little bit, if you had a friend coming to Portland from another country, they didn't speak English, or they came to coming to the U.S., what is the one song that you would play them to be like, this is music from the U.S. This is like the song that's gonna make you love music from the U.S. or whatever. What's one song? It could be somebody living or dead or your music, whatever.
I was about to say, we came to window, and just like, you know, give love to Shane and Alana. Man, a song that kind of, it's tough because like I feel like a lot of American music is kind of like part of that melting pot of like it takes a bunch of different bits from different cultures and kind of blends it together. Man, that's a really tough question. I feel like if I were to like kind of like change the question a bit and say like what would make me love music about like what's around here, man, it's tough because
it wouldn't even have to be Portland music.
It doesn't have to be Portland music. I feel like if you listen to a lot of like West Coast soul hip hop, I think you'll get a good vibe of like rest in peace Gift of Gab, but like I love Black Alicious.
Okay.
If you've ever heard him, Gift of Gab.
Mm-hmm.
He has a song called Make You Feel That Way.
Ooh, I know that song. I don't know
Make it feel
the
that
words,
way.
so I'm
Make
not
it feel
gonna sing
that
it
way.
right now,
Make
but
it feel that.
definitely
That
heard it.
song, whenever I'm having a bad day, I listen to that song, and like it kind of reminds he just like highlights little precious things that are like insignificant and significant, but they all make you feel that way.
Yeah.
And so I would say Black Alicious is make you feel that way.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Good one. All right. Well, I'm gonna let you go enjoy
Yeah.
your time and go watch the show. But it was so nice talking to you.
Thank you so much for having me on again.
It's always a pleasure, and we'll see you this time next year.
Yeah.
Actually, I think the last time was only like less than 6 months ago. So
Yeah, it wasn't actually that far ago. Long ago.
It was like last month.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll see you around.
We gotta get our monthly interview in with Dean Willie.
Listen to Carissa Des.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
She knows the truth.
Yeah. So go follow Dean Willie on social media. Can you shout out your socials?
Sure. DWILI. That's D Dwilly on everything. I've been playing some PlayStation 5. Add me on there. Fuck it.
Hell yeah. What are you on PlayStation 5?
Huh?
How can they find you on PlayStation 5 online?
You can catch me on Armored Core building up some mech warriors. You can catch me on Dark Souls. I don't know.
But what's your name on there?
What?
What's your name on there?
D Dwilly. Okay. I'm literally like, I lucked out. Like, nobody knows how to pronounce D Dwilly when they see it, but like, I have it on everything. Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, everything.
What do people usually say? They say,
"Oh God, DD Willie."
Okay,
That's or I've had somebody when I was throwing a show here. Somebody's like, "Are you Double D Willie?" And I'm not. But I was contemplating changing my name just to Dwilly, or like maybe putting a hyphen in between the two D's, but it's D Dwilly.
Or like D-E-E, Willie, but
Double D Willie signing off.
People will get it, and if they don't, then they're about to get it. So yeah.
It's all good. But yeah, you can catch me on everything. Pay attention. September 23rd, I'm dropping a collaboration EP with my friend Tia Mari called Golden Eye EP. Low key, I've been making some music with Julian Outlaw. He came over the other day and we fucking banged out 3 songs in like 8 hours. Like,
I love his style. He has like such a raw vocal style.
I love his voice.
Yeah,
I love his
too.
voice.
Yeah.
So yeah, stay tuned. And Bars shows, Bars Over Bars, PDX. You can follow that on Instagram.
Yeah.
I plan on throwing some shows this September, or not this September, but in this fall.
All right. Well, we'll be waiting for that.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. This has been On the Scene with Carissa Des here at The Thesis with D. Dwilly. Everybody go give him a follow.
Listen to On the Scene with Carissa Des.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Peace. Thank you so much. That was fun. It's so good.
Hey, this is Carissa Des, and we are on the scene for The Thesis at the Yacht Party end of the summer extravaganza with my special guest.
Hi, I'm Alana Rich.
So good to finally interview with you. I kind of talked with you during another interview a while back, but I don't think we've ever done a full interview together yet.
No, we have not. I think we did speak at, it was a show for the pharmacy, and it was a mashup of a show, and I was just there hanging out.
It was Pax's show. That's right.
Yes.
Yep. So what have you been up to lately with music? Musically?
Oh, where do I start? I have been keeping up with the shows that I've booked. Also writing for my next set of releases. Just a little insight. I haven't told anyone about this yet, but
some insider info right here.
Yeah, a little inside info. I am recording a handful of singles and planning to release them next year.
8 full singles? You say 8 full singles?
A handful of
singles.
Handful of singles. Yeah, I was going to do an EP. However, I feel like the singles is where it's at. So get ready for lots of singles.
Get ready for that. I think that's the best way to go, honestly, because I've told a lot of people this, because like a lot of people want to put out full albums. They're like, okay, I want to put it together in a, in like a little bow, like a box with a bow on top kind of a thing. But I think just the way that people's brains work these days, they want something quick and they don't want to sit there and listen to the whole album. So
Absolutely.
I think you have more of a chance of getting all the songs heard if you put them all one by one.
And the thing is also, like, when you release an album, you have one chance to launch that whole album as a whole.
Exactly.
With singles, you have however many chances the album holds. Like, if you have 8 songs, it's like
Yeah,
every
exactly.
single, you know?
And you get to build up hype for each song too.
Yeah,
But if
absolutely.
you just like build up hype for one album, you need to build up a lot of hype.
Yeah.
And I guess you could still promote it and like promote each song, but I think it's just a smart idea to do
Absolutely.
singles. So
And you know, even on top of that, like industry standard and whatnot, I feel that all of my songs have a whole own life of itself and vision and just feeling. So I'm excited to just be able to highlight each song itself and have the video, have the visuals, and all of that. So.
Do you typically put out your music video along with your song, or do you put them out at the same time, kind of a thing? Or
typically, yes, within a couple weeks.
Okay.
In the past, at least. Now, my plan is to release the song with the video, at least, or at most, trailing behind a couple days.
Okay. I think that's a smart idea because some people are more visual and some people are more
Exactly.
listen to it. So
I'm a very visual person, so I see the benefit of having the video come out as the song is rolling out as well.
I think you could connect to a wider audience that way if you get the visual in there too. So I have kind of a weird question. I know that you're going up next, so I'll just ask
I'm here for it.
I'll get it out of the way
Ask
now.
away.
Okay, so there's been a lot of talk of like UFOs and like aliens in the news and stuff lately. If you met an intelligent being from another planet or another dimension or whatever the hell it is, what is the one song that you would choose to play for them? Do you choose one song ever? Not just could be your song, could be somebody living, another person living or dead artist. So.
Oh, that's tough. That's tough. I don't
even know who I would choose. I haven't even decided for myself.
Honestly, I don't know why. The first song that came to mind was by Queen.
Oh, okay. Bohemian Rhapsody or a different
Not
one?
Bohemian Rhapsody. It
We
was
Will Rock You?
No. Oh my god, I don't even know the name of the
How
song.
does it go? Can you sing it?
Oh god. I just know like the visual from the music video that I was raised watching because I actually grew up in a household of like a lot of classic rock and
me too.
R&B also. It was such an eclectic mix, which I think shows a lot in my music.
Yeah.
You know, I will say though, if I could play any Queen song, I'd be okay with it in that situation.
Okay, that's actually a smart
Queen
idea.
in general, iconic to me.
You might actually save the human race doing that, so that's a good choice.
I agree.
Yeah. Let's see. If you could perform and go on tour with any artist, who would you choose? If you could perform and go on tour with any artist, living or dead, who would you choose?
Ooh. We'll start with dead. I would say Selena Quintanilla. Selena Quintanilla.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh my god, icon. She inspired me from day one. I really loved how her music just transcended language barriers. Just through dance.
Yeah.
And I really like take that inspiration to my music.
Yeah, definitely.
Living, I would love to go on tour with anyone from BTS, anyone from Blackpink, but also, you know, aside from that, I would say probably like Rina Sawayama. She's
I don't know who that is.
Oh, you should look her up.
An
She's
Asian
a
artist?
Yeah, biggest dance pop artist.
Okay.
UK. She's global.
Yeah.
And then also, I've been really loving. God, why am I blanking on his name? I'm blanking on his name, but he is a very prominent dance pop artist as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're talking a little bit about like Asian artists, and that reminded me of the showcase that you put on. Can you tell me a little about the showcase that you put on? It's like all Asian artists in town, right? Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah. So I curate a showcase called Pop Fever, and primarily amplifies Asian American, Native Hawaiian, Pacific Islander voices in the community. On top of that, we also like to uplift other rising pop artists in the community. So it is like the priority is NHPI voices, but also I love to mix the community, because I think that is a huge part of uplifting a community, is that we have to also not only uplift the community, but also intertwine it with what is existing already. So I'm really excited about that. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of fun. The next one is tentatively in October, November.
Sorry, what was the last thing you said?
The next one is tentatively in October or November.
In October and November? Okay, awesome. I honestly have never gone to one yet, but I would love to go to one soon.
Please do. We'd love to have you guys.
And do you still hold it at Spark? Is that Spark is where you normally have it? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
so go and you have a page for your showcase as well, or is it all on your page?
I'm sorry?
Is it all on your social media, or is it like a separate one?
It's on my page, and as well as at Pop Fever PDX.
Okay. And what can you give your social media as well, so people can go and give you a follow? Yeah.
I can barely hear you, but my social media is at @AlanaRich_, or you can find all of my music and social media platforms on AlanaRich.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much for talking with us. I wish we had more time, but I know that you're about to go on right
no worries.
now.
I'm literally about to pop
so
on
much.
stage right now. Thank you.
Bye. Have a good night. We're going to be watching you right here. This has been On the Scene with Carissa Dez and Alana Rich.
Hey, let's go. Wait, we on.
Yo, what's up? This is On the Scene with Carissa Dez and my special guest.
Prince Hyde and the Royal Turner. Go crazy.
And we are here at the Thesis Yacht Party. Woo! Shout out to Max Smith, who put this all together, DJ Verbs, and all the other amazing artists that are out here today. But we're here to talk to you about what you do. You just performed. Do you have any new songs that you performed?
My new song, Top Tier, featuring HS Drone and DJ Verbs. I just performed that tonight. Came out about 4 or 5 days ago. I was doing pretty good numbers, so appreciate all the support.
Okay, nice. How long have you been making music for?
I've been making music for maybe 6-7 years. Just started taking it seriously maybe about 5 years ago.
Okay. What do you mean by taking it seriously?
Like putting money behind the craft, doing a lot of heavy promotion. Everything was social media for me before. Then I got with some people who told me how to market myself a little bit better PR, how to market myself, and just start taking stuff to the next level so I can, see the gains of it.
Okay. So you have a whole PR team too?
Well, not a whole PR team. I got a manager, and then I got one of my close friends that advises me.
Okay.
What not to do when I'm a little turned up, so they advise me what not to do.
Hey, me too. I have a couple besties where I'm like, should I do this? And they're like, no, don't.
You need those friends.
Especially if you're turned up like us. You know what I mean? Okay. Are you Barbie or Oppenheimer fan? Barbie or Oppenheimer?
I don't know what that means.
Do you watch Barbie? You need to watch it.
What's Oppenheimer? Is that part of Barbie too?
It's a thing where it's like they came out like the same time, and like people would like go to Barbie and we're all pink, and then they'd go to Oppenheimer and like we're all black.
I'm probably Oppenheimer. I love black.
Oppenheimer? Okay. I'm both. I'm a little bit of both, honestly.
Straight
but
up. You got the Barbie vibes, but then you got the Oppenheimer outfit.
Inside, I got Oppenheimer.
Right.
Got a dark side to me, You haven't seen it yet. You don't want to see it. You don't want to see it.
Sometimes you got to bring it out sometimes.
Exactly. A lot of people think I'm like this sweet, innocent, gullible person, but if I had to,
let it out.
Gotta let it out sometimes. If I got it, don't make me bring that side out. You don't want to see it.
Some people might.
You might want to see it. Yeah. Anyway, I'm a Taurus, so it takes a lot for me to get mad. But if somebody fucks with my friend, if somebody messes with my friends, I'm trying to cuss last time trying to be on the radio. If somebody messes with my friends, it's over.
Are you the fighter out the group?
It's over. Yeah. What's your sign? What's your sign?
I'm an Aquarius.
Aquarius. Okay. I wouldn't have guessed that. Aquarius is
What
like.
does that mean though? I don't really know a lot about the signs and stuff.
It means that you're just kind of like going with the flow, like very fluid, like maybe not very opinionated. Usually, I feel like Aquarius is.
Kind of like the opposite.
So maybe,
Because
but
I got bad anxiety, so I gotta have everything like, mapped out, or I gotta feel like I'm under control, at least to a certain extent. Get antsy, get jittery, stuff.
yeah. Would you say that you don't like chaos or you don't thrive in chaos?
I love chaos.
What?
I love chaos. You just gotta be controlled chaos.
Okay. Yeah, I unfortunately thrive in chaos. Like, I get bored as hell in like normal situations. Like, I was talking about this with one of the other guests that like working a 9 to 5, I can never do that because I get bored too easy. Like, I need to have some chaos. And like,
my thing is, the chaos come to me if I get a 9 to 5 because I'm so popular with music. So then, like, it always makes my work interesting when people come in and notice me. Because I never tell my coworkers who I am. And my coworkers be like, who is Prince Hype? And I'd be like, Then I got to show them, and they'd be like, what? I didn't have a lot of coworkers act different, like be scared as hell.
They're
after
like,
they see my
Prince
music.
Hive, okay.
I'm a nice guy, everybody.
You got, you always got one on you. Wait, maybe not now. Anyway,
Shit.
check out his Instagram. What's your Instagram?
Big Hot Prince Hype.
Okay.
And yeah, we do. It's the yacht party. We got poles on us, but we ain't fishing. You feel me?
Oh yeah. What do you do? You don't have to tell me where you work, but what do you do for your day job?
Flagger. My auntie owns a flagging company, so I work. My auntie passed, so I work for the company.
Okay.
Keep the
Rest in
company
peace.
alive.
Flagger is like airplane kind of thing, or?
No, like when people are doing construction.
Oh, got it.
You control the road and stuff.
Okay, now I'm gonna be looking for you next time because there's always construction in Portland. So I'm like, is that?
But I be ski mask down.
Okay. It's funny because I have a lot of different gigs that I do other than media. Media is like my main thing, but I bartend, but I do it for catering because I don't want to be in one spot. I don't want people to like be able to find me that easily, you know? So I work private events, usually like private parties for rich people, but sometimes people will recognize me, you know, because like during the protest, I was kind of out there, and like I was interviewing like Proud Boys, like whatever. So like my name was out there, my face was out there.
I was out there fighting police, I ain't gonna lie.
Okay, I'm probably out there with you.
I wasn't part of the looting, none of that, but I was definitely with the fisticuffs.
I probably saw you a lot out there, but didn't even know it.
There was a lot going on.
I was always wearing a mask. You're probably wearing a mask. But,
Hell yeah.
Where was I going with this? Why don't we start talking about?
People recognize me.
So yeah, like people like started to recognize me, and now like doing interviews like this, people kind of like sometimes will be like, "Oh hey, I know you," and I'm like, "I don't know you," and they're like, "Oh yeah, I've been watching your show." So it's like people feel like they know me.
Right.
It's even a little bit more that way than like for a musician, because like people hear me talking, they hear my point of view, so they meet me and they're like, "Oh, I know you," and I'm like,
Right.
"I've never seen you in my life," but like people feel like they know me,
I get
you
that all
know.
the time I go somewhere and somebody be like, "Oh man, good seeing you again," or they'll strike up a conversation and I'll go along with it, and then after they walk off, I just ask my best friend, I'm like, "Oh no, I thought you knew," and I'm like, "Oh, and why you let people get that close to me, man? Always mess with them. Why you let people get close to me? We don't know them."
Yeah. Do you have security?
I got a security team, but
Okay.
it's my homeboys, my people. But we was all smart. You know, we all got CCWs and stuff. So you know, I'm not a big scary criminal. I don't have a record. I got my gun license. So don't try it.
Don't try it. But also he's safe and got all the licenses he needs. So
I like to be able to protect my people. Living in a place kind of like this, it ain't always color friendly. So, you know, if you
it's like 1.7% black people and like 77.4% white people here. So not a lot of people know that.
Anywhere outside of Portland, you can see that. Portland, it seems like me. But anywhere outside of here, when I do tours and goes, man, I've been in some situations where the biggest Ku Klux Klan house heard that we were doing a party out in Pendleton, and the leader of the Ku Klux Klan house out there
Pendleton.
came to our show and they tried to riot, but they weren't too successful.
That's so crazy because I've never experienced anything like that before. I grew up in a small town, Walla Walla, Washington, where I didn't know that shit went down when I was a kid, but also there was only like one black family that lives in the whole town.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite places to perform too, Walla Walla.
Really?
Walla Walla fun as hell. They always pack it out for us. I
Really?
had like 3 shows out there. It was super dope.
It was somebody who I was talking to that said the same thing, but they said that they did one show and people are trying to fight them just because they were black. I can't remember. I don't think it was you that I was talking to that said that. It was somebody else.
Was it Cascan? You know Cascan?
I do know Cat Scan, but he's white though. So
You said it was a black dude?
yeah, it was black guys, and like at first, people were like talking shit to them because they're not used to seeing people of color there. But then they heard the music and they're like, oh shit, okay.
So look, we had one situation out in Walla Walla where we left from the show, we were on our way to an after party, but it was super secure and there was 2 vans following us. So
I feel like I've heard this. Wait, yeah, keep going. I'll ask you
we all
after.
getting on point, like getting secure, getting safe.
Yeah.
And we pulled up to the gas station, hop out, and there was 2 car full of girls screaming, following us to the after party, and we like, like it was nuts though.
I'd be scared though in a small white
Walla
town like
Walla
that.
showed us so much love. It was like the black thing, but it was like, yo, my God, black guys. Oh.
Yeah. Like, wow, you've never seen a black person before. This is hot.
It was crazy.
It's crazy.
We took a little Debbie out there. You know, Little
Okay,
Debbie and Krayshawn?
I've heard about her. Yeah.
We took little Debbie and Krayshawn out there. We got to a fight. She posted on Twitter. I like Ugly Gang's music. I rock with them. They're dope. And then we got to a fight with her security and she deleted it. But we found the tweet.
You found the what?
We found the tweet. Where she
Okay.
said, I love Ugly Gang's music. Then we got to a fight with her security and she deleted it. But we found it. We just found
Wait,
it.
you guys gonna fight with her security?
Yeah, we fought
Why?
Lil Debbie security because Lil Debbie invited us to the bus, but her security didn't know it. And when we tried to get on the bus, they got a little handsy. And, and the homies didn't like that, so I turned into a situation for them.
Okay.
Then she deleted the post, but we found it. And we reached back out to her like, we're sorry, we didn't know there was no security.
Yeah.
It was a fun time, though.
Yeah, nice. What is the weirdest city or town that you did a show in? Was it Walla Walla?
The weirdest what?
The weirdest show that you did, the weirdest town or city that you did a show in. Was it Walla Walla or was it something else?
Weirdest?
Where it was just a weird
Probably,
area.
I'll have to say Astoria, Oregon.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
Astoria was super weird. After during our performance, everybody kind of stood there. Afterwards, everybody was like, "Yo, you guys are so dope," but nobody moved, nobody danced, no hands in the air. It was weird, but afterwards, they were like, "Hey, you guys are dope." Asked for all our social media, took pictures with hella people, but
Yeah.
it was no movement. I don't know if they didn't know how to dance or wasn't used to that type of music, but that was pretty weird. And then the Pendleton show when all the KKK showed up. That was pretty wild.
That's pretty wild, yeah. So was that on the same tour that you went to Walla Walla, the Pendleton show?
Yeah.
Same tour?
I was with Chris Lou, Derek, they're signed to QC now.
Okay.
And then Chris Lou, I went on a co-headliner tour with them, Walla Walla, Portland, Pendleton, Utah, a whole bunch of places. I really want to expand to Canada now. That's my next market. I want to go to Canada.
I've heard that a lot lately. People trying to go to Canada because, I don't know for what reason, but I've heard that a lot.
I heard they love hip hop. They don't got a lot of hoods, ghettos.
Okay.
When they meet hip hop artists out there, I heard they really get behind it and they really support it.
Yeah. Also, apparently a lot of people from LA are moving to Tennessee, so that might be another interesting spot to go and do a show
Tennessee
at.
is a music hub.
Yeah.
Tennessee is
I don't know why everybody from LA is deciding to move there. I don't know who is let's all migrate there, but
Somebody put a bug in their ear.
that's what's happening. Yeah. So apparently it's like, you know, it's pretty cheap over there still, but if you're trying to move there, you better hurry up and get in before it gets too expensive, I guess. But might be a cool spot to go and throw a show at, too.
Detroit, too. It's just a little more dangerous out there.
That's what I hear.
Detroit got a good market for homes. If you want to buy homes and flip them, Detroit got a great market.
Yeah. And then Atlanta, I heard the music scene is just crazy on fire over there, too.
I'm staying away from Atlanta. Atlanta got too much that chaos, that
The uncontrolled chaos that you don't like.
control.
Yeah.
What out of control. I know a lot of like street people out there. They like, bro, you don't want to come down here. But Arizona is my main like. I want to be where it's hot because I got a food cart, you know.
Yeah.
It's frozen snacks, so I want to be where it's hot at. Make that super lucrative. Keep doing my music. Sunshine.
Yeah.
Palm trees, pools.
Oh yeah. I lived in Phoenix, like Tempe, which is pretty much Metro Phoenix area, and I freaking loved it there. Sorry. Yeah, so I lived in Tempe, Arizona, and honestly, the best parties I've ever been to. Granted, I was, you know, in my early 20s at the time, and yeah, there was like have you been to Tempe?
I haven't been to Tempe.
Gotta go to Tempe. I don't know what it's like now because it's probably hotter there now than it was when I lived there.
Where's the college at?
It's in Tempe.
Oh, that's where I went.
I lived right across the street from ASU, so I would throw parties. 300 people would come to my parties. I made a shit ton of money. Like seriously, I should have thrown more, but I moved shortly after I figured that out. I was like, these people are coming out for these shows. It was like punk shows that I was trying. But anyway, so yeah, I feel like that would definitely be a good spot to do shows in Tempe, Arizona, because just like people want to come out. The weather's nice if you can handle the heat, and if you can't, just do your show at a pool, and your guests can be in the pool.
That's one of the only things about Portland, our show, our music scene. We got so much talent.
Yeah.
It rains so much though that it keeps a lot of the city locked in sometimes.
Yeah.
But when it's summertime, everybody outside, everybody vibing, great time.
It's like there's like a million things going on every day during the summer because in the winter everybody's inside. All right, well I got another artist. We've been talking for a while. Thank you so much for your time.
Sure.
I've been trying to catch you for a long ass time, so
Finally got me, man. Prince Ike, the real turn up.
hell yeah. And can you shout out your socials one more time for the fans?
Big Prince Ike on all platforms, or Real Prince Ike. Real Prince Ike on YouTube, Big Prince Ike on Instagram.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you.
This has been On the Scene with Chris and Des.
Yes.
Hey, we're at the Thesis. On y'all, baby. Peace out.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, Mac, you a big part of the community. You a big part of Portland hip hop, man. I just want to give you your flowers, man, because nobody else did it. Burbs, you already know what time it is.
Yeah, you can touch the 100 bands. You can fake it with these new niggas. Wasn't like that when the thugs was in. What kind of strip club we in? I don't see no coochie showing when they shaking ass. I did the dash today. Her bitch say she won't fuck me. Want me to mash today. Top off all weight glass today. Feel like my dance today. Like 4 damn niggas done passed away. So they got my crash today. New phone been feeling like sad as space. Just come like that today.